of us, Bart, Nele and I, tried to make a translation of the big picture philosophy for all of you. And we were very aware about the different cultures, the different languages, the different systems, but we weren't aware enough. We learned a lot from you all of you, in your countries and when you were here. And we promised the Leonardo project to give you all materials, manuals to do the things that we did with you, to do them in your own country. You have them on your desk. It's the teacher's manual, it's the manager's manual, and if you need us, we're still here, because this will be the last moment that we will be in this group today. Tomorrow we see each other, but we will leave tomorrow at 9, I believe. The other ones leave later, but this is the last moment we see each other all together. And we started this project in Europe because we thought that what we find in the Netherlands is a good thing to spread all over Europe. And so we tried to write a grant, and it was accepted. And then when it's accepted, noblesse oblige, you have to do what you promised to do. That's what we did all together. Thank you for that. We're here, and what we tried to do, the general goals for this project were to help you to be ambassadors of the BPL philosophy in your own country. And we called it a project with innovations for students with constraints. But constraints, we mean not a handicap or something, but students who feel not good in the schools where they are at the moment because they have some learning problem, but it always can be that they are gifted, or they are very creative, or so entrepreneurial that they fit in the traditional way of schooling. So what we want to do is to achieve 2 goals with you. The one was awareness of the innovation, but not only of the innovation, also of the organization you are working in. For Turkey, it's the university and it's the technical school. For the Romanian people, it's the high school and the people from the teacher center and the ministry. For the Italians, it is Città Studi and your own lyceum. So for the Auseraad, it was another situation. Everywhere it's difficult. In every culture and every school, the situation, every partner brought in their own organizational thing, but also their own system. And the school system, but also the social system around them. And it's different in every country. So awareness of the innovation and being a fan of the big picture philosophy isn't enough to bring it out to your country or to your city or where you live. That's what we try to do, and what we always said, and that's what I learned from Charlie Plant in the United States. When we asked him, what's the first thing you have to do when you want to start big picture schools, he said, find a friend. And that's the second goal we want to aim. That's find your friends and organize with your friends. Start a community of practice. Find parents, find students, find mentors, everybody who you can get acquainted with and to communicate together. That's why we organize tomorrow in the city of Amsterdam a moment to talk to the real one, Elliot, you said it. You want to see the one who's making it real, and he's going to talk to people of the city of Amsterdam and the large boards of one of the vocational institutes of Amsterdam. That's an important thing. Find friends, and the only way to find friends is to talk with them, to see them face to face, drink with them, eat with them, like we did in Italy, and like we all did in Turkey. well, and we did everywhere we eat. And eating is a good place. Jan cooked for us. One of the last time in Vught, you made a very good meal, and we all ate with him, and it was good. 2 goals we had: the awareness about 3 things, and starting a community of practice. Then, this is what we saw the first day during this. These are the students of the Amsterdam Plus, and the most honest feelings and care of students is what connects us. That's what we find in all the countries. It's not differences, it's also the common goal we share to do good things for the students and to see them as the main part of our work. What happened is that what we see and what we did was translated by you in the countries to your own people, and that is important because it's about the students. What we did in Vught at the first meeting was also we played the game Tricky Transfer, and Tricky Transfer is a game that was difficult for us because we didn't realize a lot of the cultural differences that were in how to play a game and how to learn from it. And that's why we changed the playing of the technical of the Tricky Transfer game, and we made it a transfer talk show. And Elliot pointed out the word tricky. You should be careful with the word tricky because it can mean something sneaky, and that's not what we meant. It's what we meant to show to you is when you transfer an ID from one country, in this case USA, to the Netherlands, and the Netherlands is taking the initiative to spread it over Europe. It's another. You make a lot of transfers, and it's not always easy to do that. So what you said about Amsterdam Plus is doing, making their own translation, or not even a translation, they did the things that we recognized as big picture learning already, but everybody is making its own translation, and that's good. The 3 R's, the 10 fingers, are only instruments and helps to get you in with the innovation at the level of your own organization in your own system. What this game really wanted to show is that innovation has also a place in the management room. Only doing the innovation by doing good things with students in the classroom is not enough. You need it to be spread on several levels. So the backbone of a manager is an important condition to be successful as a big picture learning school. This is a little picture of the playing of the transfer talk show. In this talk show, Eduardo, the director of the Teacher Training Center in Romania, is interviewing for television a very, very nasty student called Ernesto, and he was hanging over there and being nasty and he did a very good job. Everybody was laughing and had a good time. But what he, as a director of a Teacher Training Center, tried to do is to communicate the 3 R's and what we are trying to spread and to communicate to others. And this is one atmosphere picture of the way every group was preparing their way of communicating big picture learning. And we did it in heterogeneous groups. So Turkish, Italian, Romanian and Bulgarian and Dutch people did it together. So they made one talk show to communicate the same idea, and it's all about students. These are some pictures of the ways that we work together and what we did in Romania, Italy and Turkey to make the awareness of the specific opportunities and limitations of the transfer process. Just to show you that we did a lot of work to do that, but we used this picture as an image of what we are trying to do. The 10 distinguishers are like places in a sea of possibilities, and you can make them bigger and larger, but what it connects is the water around it, and the water is the flow of greater relevance and relations that makes the connection between those things and make it very real. The archipelago was an aid for us to bring our message to everybody. The 3 R's are the water between it, but it's this change between the things as well. It's the change between the student, between the teacher, but also between the manager and the board and the people in cities and countries and everywhere. We want to spread the idea of putting the student in the middle of the work. Interest exploration was the blue line in our presentation. Every time we did a three-day presentation, and you did it together with your own students, your own people. And the blue line, interest in exploration, this is the moment that we were very interested. I don't know where we are interested in, but it was in Jan. We were very interested, and interest in exploration. Where is your attention going to? That's an important thing to find out and to find the motivation for the students. The second line was the line of personalization. School focus, advisory structure, and school organization. Find the hands and find the red line to make that happen. And the green line was the authentic assessment and leadership and professional development. The way you make it real for everybody. It's the authenticity stamp that makes it work. And we called it Leonardo, and we have Leo as a picture of what we did together. Leo is an avatar now, and we have the Leonardo da Vinci program as our main program to work with. And it was a good help to do so. As you see, tomorrow you will get all cards with Leo on it. I earlier gave you the little red and blue card. And there Leo, it wasn't Leo yet, but there were 10 distinguishers, there were the 3 R's, there were kind of images. It was the little job aid you had when you talk to parents, when you talk to students, when you talk to companies, to say what big picture is what we hear. Tomorrow you will get a new card, and then you will have Leo again, and this time we added the 10 expectations from the book of Eliot, Leaving to Learn. The 10 expectations students have to do a good education. The last story was Nele's story. Nele was the one who did the content things and helped us with the story of life, day in the life of Leo, day in the life of the student, the big picture student. Bart was the one who did the communication thing and tried to how do we communicate by internet, by Facebook, and by all the things, but not only by that. We also have, this is the Leo thing, and you see that the story that connects to the Homo Universalis of Leonardo is translated in this program. The idea is that Leo is standing in the square that the school is, reaching out for the world that's behind it, or partly in it even. And she's filling her backpack with all the knowledge that's available in and around the school, and she's connecting with the outside world by her electronic device, and that can be this is the image for all the ways you can connect to your outside world. So, like Leo Unbound, and Leo Unbound is the international Facebook site we have, and Bart was the one who did a lot of the communicating thing. We have the little manuals, and we had also made a little booklet, and it's lying here, and it's the story of what we call Leo at a glance. It's a bit of an overview. When you see on page 22, there should be a little picture, and it should be my picture, and there was a little mistake, so only the square where my picture would be. So I ask you to draw your own BPL
no, your picture. It's your
my
story.
picture, the Europe project leader, in the little square that's there. I want you to know that we all work together to get aware of the innovation, to get aware of the opportunities of our organization and our strengths and weaknesses in our system and contact with all our stakeholders. All the partners did a terrific job and made the start with a community of practice that can be the start of a BPL school network in their own country and in Europe. What we did in the European project is the same what we did the last 10 years in the Dutch thing. And we have 26 schools now, and they have a community in the association, the Dutch Association of Big Picture Schools. They work together, they inspire each other, and we work with them as well. But Nele, Ernest, Bart and I, we all try to spread the word, and everybody who is interested can come and they get what they need. And Raymond needs something else, as Tom tomorrow will be at the school of Tom Pijpers, and as Andre, the school of the director of this school, and Ruth will be tomorrow of another school. So there are a lot of schools, and they all have their own implementation way. The most defining moment in this project.
Inspiring.
Inspiring. It was very inspiring to be at the Italian evening in the first, the kickoff in Italy, when there was a lot of teachers, parents and students, and the godfather and mother of the 1611 movement. And what we experienced there is a common feeling about students and about what education should be. And that was one of the it was really in the beginning of the project, and I thought, we're doing a good thing. And there's a lot of, and Peter knows, where is Peter? There's a lot of administrative and signature thing and system thing and okay, but we're doing a good thing. We can't reach everything, but we can put a seed and it's growing, and yeah, it's growing in every country, and that's good to see.
And for you, Bart?
Well, I was thinking about the answer. I think I have two moments. The moment the Turkish teacher was telling a story about what happened, it was really inspiring. It was so deep and unexpected. And the second moment is working with a mother and a daughter who are both inspired of Big Picture. The working together, the way we did it, sometimes it was tough, the way we developed well, all the things we have presented. I think, well, it was sometimes hard for all three of us, I think. I think we did it, and I think that's good, and I think we should be proud of what we've done. Yeah.
A compliment of being vulnerable as a person, the way you did it all the 2 years.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. You are not a pushing leader, you're a very open leader. I like you for that. Secondly, maybe not everybody knows, but even you are working in a frame that is not free. So that is maybe a hidden problem for you all the time. But I want to thank you for that you still have your own fights back home in your organization, etc. So that's also powerful that you didn't show that part, but I would like to compliment you that you didn't show it and went on. Thank you very much. And of course, thank you for everybody being together and stay together in a way. That's what I hope. But thank you for your clear presentation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I guess for the couple days that I've been here, I guess I've noticed you were the one who put this whole thing together, right?
We put the things together, but
but it takes a lot of a person to do that, and I can tell that you are a big leader here in the Netherlands. I like your project, Leonardo. It's finally a girl avatar and not just Medi's logo. So that's a perfect picture, and I think that'll be all.
okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, so I thought what was wonderful was this thoughtful pursuit of how to spread the work. So the transfer process, change of name, the Pachakachas, which, again, helps us learn from each other, the map that you shared, conferences, manuals, like all of that is very thoughtful in how to spread it, and I think that's your work. In terms of things that could be improved, and this is a small thing, so the question was, I wonder how you could use school visits to strengthen the spread and influence, so to both help the schools with something very specific, so if they have their own learning plan or goal, that we come in and we actually look at that a little bit, and then also to help the folks who are visiting, the visitors, address something that is very specific. So we all kind of come with our own pieces that we're like, I want to see this, and so instead of just going into an advisory, I get a chance to pursue that.
Focus.
And then to your question, how might you keep insights alive? And I just will say, continue the conversation. So the conversation within KPC, so how do you now take this project and debrief it and reflect on it and think about, strengths, weaknesses, pitfalls, the same thing. And then also, how do you keep the conversation by getting feedback from the partners, if you haven't done it? So their insights about what was helpful and what wasn't can help you in your next project.
So, this is about the project and it's also the 10 years of really doing this work and the 20 years of doing this work to get to where it is. So it's really touching to see. If you would have asked us when we started with just a few of us and 50 students 20 years ago, if we ever thought that we would be in all these countries, through everybody, and everybody interchanging and collectively doing this is kind of amazing. Never thought of that. We wouldn't have that as a goal, and the goals are made as you go, which is what I'm hearing from everybody and what you're saying as well. When you had the word goals up there, it was very striking. And your team wasn't doing a strategic plan from A to B, C, D. Now you accomplish your goal and you tick it off. It wasn't that. And so I think that as the evaluation of what you said just now, that's a very, very big deal about who we are and how to make change. And I love the fact that there were students in all the presentations, and as much as possible students here and in the school and doing all those pieces. So that's also really, really important and touching, and watching a team grow, even having a mother-daughter, which is significant unto itself, and having women as the leaders of the team. As Roni pointed out, as well with Leo, and fitting that it is, who is Leo? Still can't figure that out. So, and I think that is all, I believe that's a really, really big new push and part of this work. As well as it's not that the transfer is tricky, it's that language is tricky. And we have to be very, very mindful of all that language stuff, not getting in the way of the other pieces of how we do things with young people and work with it. All of us work together. So I want to thank the team and honor her for her leadership in this. It's been pretty incredible. So,
Thank